Hi, I'm Iyare and this is Fantastic Realm. This week the show is all about beginnings and endings as we see new starts for Superman in Superman's Secret Origin, for Spider-Woman in her new ongoing series, and we see the highly anticipated end of Wolverine, Old Man Logan. Stick around. This is Spider-Woman issue #1, and what's really cool about this book is that it's a kind of a new start for Spider-Woman. She tries to come to terms with the aftermath of being taken over and having her body stolen and her life stolen from her by the Skrulls. This essentially appears to be the non-motion version of the motion comic that's been launched via iTunes, and you may have seen the trail on our channel a couple of weeks ago. It's pretty cool looking stuff. Alex Maleev is certainly a decent artist, and Brian Michael Bendis does pretty cool work on this with regards to the whole story and of setting up a pretty good atmosphere. The balance between the art and the script is very, very cool in this book. So if you haven't checked it out already, or you haven't downloaded this and already 3 issues ahead of me, then you may want to check this out this week. Spider-Woman issue #1. Also worth noting this week and hitting your shelves is the second issue of Blackest Night Superman. The middle part in this 3-part mini-series hits the shelves this week. Justice League of America has been kind of cheesy and a bit old school of late. They do promise us a new era for the Justice League from issue number 38. Batwoman in Detective Comics is such a beautiful book. If we'd had time, I would have reviewed it in full. This is the end of the current story arc Elegy, but issue number 857 is as beautiful as this book's been over the last 3 issues, and definitely worth you checking out. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 606 for a guy who is supposedly a bit of a geek and a bit of a disaster zone with women. Peter Parker has a lot of beautiful women friends surrounding him, and you can check some of them out in this issue number 606 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And also a new book out this week on DC is this, The Web, issue #1. He kind of looks a bit like some sort of Spider-Man knockoff, but don't get fooled, this was a pretty fun read this week. This is Incredible Hulk number 602. I know we've reviewed this quite recently, but I figure it's worth kind of coming back to again, just because it's been such a stark improvement in this book. This is so much better than it had been for a while, and I realise that sometimes in order to kind of get yourself to a cool situation, sometimes you have to set up stuff that's not necessarily as cool. I love where this book is at the moment. I love Ariel Olivetti's art. I love what's going on between Scar and Bruce Banner. This is a really cool book at the moment and definitely worthy of your attention. This is Incredible Hulk number 602, and it's out this week. Our first anniversary competition is still open. We've got a fabulous prize, all 17 Wolverine appreciation variant covers to give away, plus we've got 5 runners-up prizes of Fantastic Realm variants to give away too. You have to be in it to win it. The question is in last week's episode. All of the details you need to get involved in our first anniversary competition will be appearing at the end of this episode in the credits, so make sure you watch all the way to the end and get your answers into us as soon as you can. We're going to be announcing the winner for our Fantastic Realm first anniversary competition within the next few weeks. Probably think by now that the origin story for Superman had been done to death, but you'd be wrong, because there's still clearly lots of great material to be mined in that area. If this book is anything to go by, this is Superman's Secret Origin #1, and you're entirely familiar with the story. None of the main plot points change. This is Superboy growing into Superman, but it's just done beautifully. The art is phenomenal. The story points and lots of the kind of tiny bits of the Superman myth that we've come to take for granted now are kind of given new life in this book. If you haven't checked it out and you're a Superman fan, this will make you sincerely, deeply happy. You've got to check it out. This is Superman's Secret Origin #1.
Like this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yo, touch your ear up, pass the troll. We about to put the gear in the bags and go. We on a worldwide vagabond traveling show. It's Big Wax, RT, international. We international, international. With a passion for acting irrational. When we combine with the man with the lack of flow, we make the track so international.
Plenty of action for the fans of Dark Reign this week. We'll start off with this. This is Dark Reign Made Men. It's a one-shot, and in this, essentially, there are 5 different stories that tell, you know, what's happening to certain bad guys in the Marvel universe in the wake of all of the events of Dark Reign. We see stuff with the Enforcer, Jack-O-Lantern, Spy Master in this book, and it looks like we're getting the setup for maybe either other events in Dark Reign or completely new series under the Dark Reign banner. It's quite good fun. There's a bit of a compendium, 5 different artists working on it with 1 writer. It's pretty cool though, and worth checking out if you've got the time for it. This is Dark Reign Made Men one-shot, out this week. Also out under the Dark Reign banner this week is this, Dark Reign X-Men The List. Essentially, Namor has betrayed Norman. Norman, being the psychopath that he is not necessarily one to take such betrayals with grace, and therefore is determined to exact revenge upon Namor. Namor, in this situation, what can he do? What you do is you call on your ex-buddies when you're in trouble. This is great fun and kind of ties in with all of the events of Dark Reign. If you're following that, you'll probably need to be grabbing this. Dark Reign X-Men The List, out this week. Finally, for Dark Reign completists, is this Dark Reign The Confession. Essentially, this sees Scott Summers and Emma Frost coming to terms with some of the deeds they've had to do in order to survive the Dark Reign of Norman Osborn. Will they be able to reconcile their actions with their morals? You'll have to grab this book to find out. This is Dark Reign The Confession, and it's out this week. Been waiting for this one a long time. Giant size Wolverine issue #1. Basically, this winds up the Old Man Logan storyline, and it's been a while coming, like I said, and definitely worth the wait. Steve McNiven's art on this is deliciously gory on this. This is such a great kind of conclusion to this kind of story that's been running for months now. Mark Miller pits Wolverine against the Hulk gang to get vengeance for the death of his family, and I don't think it's giving away too much to see that plenty of vengeance is gotten in this book. It's a real kind of slash fest. If you love Wolverine basically covering himself in gore, then you will love this book. It's a great end to a great series. This is Giant Size Wolverine #1. It's out this week. That's pretty much all we've got time for this week on Fantastic Realm. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to get involved in our 1st anniversary competition. There's still time to do that. And don't forget to support the people who allow us to bring this show to you each week. Their details are scrolling past my face as I speak. So in the meantime, we'll be back next week. Keep sending us your comments. Keep sending us your questions. And don't forget, if you're feeling the show, let somebody know. Seriously, go and tell someone right now. Now! Damn it!